There was a point in time when they were considering hiring a professional snow plowing company, and I said in response, as long as that check clears, we'll be there.
This is America's cheapest one-ton truck. If you remember from the last video, we picked this thing up from an auction for the low price of $366. In the last video, we made a test of how far this truck can pull by taking it to my local 4-H fair truck pull. We just got hit with one of the worst snowstorms that we've seen in at least 5 years. We've got probably about 8 inches of snow so far, and it's projected to go up to at least 13 here in New Jersey. And so we made a few little changes to this truck. Now, once a plow truck, always a plow truck. So what we did was we got ourselves a plow for the front, and then we added a few thousand pounds to the back, which is a bunch of cinder blocks and other stuff to just give us a little extra traction. Here's the deal. Do you really need to spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on a plow setup to make some money? Or can you get the job done with a cheap truck? Let's find out.
It's the big storm of late January 2026, and we're out with America's cheapest truck, making some money. First of all, where are we? Look at the scenery here. We're in an alleyway of a vintage American factory in Trenton, New Jersey. This alleyway was constructed in 1880, and not much has changed since then. Alleyway's got to be cleared. We got material coming in, we got material coming out. Sludge, compositions, chemicals, stuff like that. What did we do to get this truck ready to go? Well, as you've seen in the previous video, we welded the frame. Is the frame holding? It's holding just perfect. 4-wheel drive kicked in, no grinds, running good. Motor's not missing a beat. You know what they say, heartbeat of America, Chevrolet, right? In order to get the traction that we need, I wrapped a skid of cinder blocks and broken pipes and set it in the back part of the bed. We strapped it down, and it gives you just enough weight over the rear axle where you don't spin the tires. So it was a last-minute decision to set up a bunch of cinder blocks in the back of the truck. We were looking for salt. As you know, salt was unavailable, or they inflated the price artificially. Now, we drove all the way here, all the way down 29 in 2-wheel drive. We didn't crack them loose once. Guys are on the side of the road, left and right, either side of the bank. They're all over the road. Look at the tires, guys. The tires are like ballooned out. That's how heavy this thing is. I estimate this truck right now is probably like 10,500 pounds. You come around to the front end, you'll see our easy mount Western plow. And what this is like a universal plow with these big giant teeth hook mechanisms that clip into the existing GMC snowplow. It's electric, everything hooked up, just like the way the Public Works Department left it. All right, so here's your float controller. Raise, lower, left, right.
That's it.
Blower motor. And here's your overhead yellow beacon. It looks great. Going down the road, it looks like you're a professional contractor or something, you know what I mean? But they never know. It's all within a budget of $411.50. Now, we've been plowing snow. John and I have been plowing snow here for a couple hours. This truck is paid off. If we make it home at the end of the day here, we're already in the black. So just letting you guys know what you can do when you have the desire to repair and maintain and keep the old truck going, it's going to pay for itself. So at the end of the day here, by the time we're wrapped up, this truck will be fully paid off, plowed out the lot. Come Monday morning, guys will be back to work. They'd have never known it was done by a $411 truck. So that's the goal here, guys, right? You know, keep it to yourself. What you paid and what you're charging, keep that stuff to yourself, man. You know what I mean? You're not gonna necessarily tell the guy what you paid, what you did, how you did it. That's a trade secret. A real plow truck driver, he's never gonna tell you how much you paid for his truck, right? A novice would say, you know, I'm only gonna charge you $100 because I bought it for $411. Nonsense, right? This is a real plow truck. We're in a real blizzard, making our money back. But as you can see, the chains are adjusted just right. The chains are adjusted just right. When you lower the toggle all the way down, this thing's on the ground. It doesn't draft. That's the perfect type of pitch you want. When you're plowing a driveway, guys, you want it to be right on the money as you glaze across the pavement right there. And anything higher than that, you're not really getting the job done. But you got 10,000 pounds of pushing power behind you in this truck. With the Chevy 350, you can push anything out of the way, basically. This snow's really light, and it's easy to push and compact, and it makes a breeze for plowing snow with America's cheapest truck. was a point in time when they were considering hiring a professional snow plowing company. And I said in response, as long as that check clears, we'll be there.
Honestly, no compromise off of any kind of modern truck. We've got a 3500, it's got plenty of weight. And when I was pushing this snow, it felt effortless. I mean, yeah, we have it in our four-wheel drive high. There was barely any slippage whatsoever. It cleans it up perfectly. This little controller is nice. We already had it. You just hit the button real quick and it's very articulate. So I was using it to push. Obviously you scrape the bottom and then at the end you kind of push it up and then push it up and over. And look at this parking lot. I've been here 15 minutes, you were here doing it for 10. It's practically done. So I think that seals the deal. You can get the job done with a $366 truck. Thanks for watching, subscribe.
What you paid, what you're charging, that ain't got nothing to do with it. John and I make it home tonight. At the end of our run, make a little cash, we'll be in the black. As long as we ain't on the tow truck going home, we're in the black. We'll be well over what we paid for this truck at that auction. Everything else on this truck, free and clear. And money in my pocket.